Okay, hey, and welcome to another IC82 video. This is not just a normal video, this is a Thomas the Tank special. This is a seasonal special video, autumn special number 1, where I take a look at a Thomas the Tank train set. Oh yes, look, it's real, Thomas the Tank. Thomas the Tank is finally on the IC82 channel. It's been a long time coming. And special number 2, autumn special number 2, is going to be the Blue Pullman by Bachmann. So that's going to come out several weeks from now, but I'm going to have a look at this one first because I've been waiting for the Thomas and the Breakdown train set for a long time. Seriously, for a very long time. In fact, I loved the cartoon when I was a kid. These are the DVDs that you can get. These are the Thomas the Tank DVDs, and these are the ones I recommend as well. Series 1, 2 and 3. Seriously, don't bother with any of the others. All that CGI stuff, boo! We don't want any of that rubbish. No, 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 no. This is proper hardcore Thomas the Tank. This is what your kids should be watching. This is what you should be watching, no matter what your age. Because it's actually really good for scenery tips. But on the first DVD, you'll notice there that there's an episode, Thomas and the Breakdown Train. And I guess that's what this set is based on, to be honest. You could even get it in book form. These are some of the Thomas the Tank books I have as well. If you recognise these, then you definitely grew up in the 80s or 90s. And I did used to have a Thomas the Breakdown Train book, but I seem to have misplaced it over the years, so I can't find it at the moment, and these are the only 2 I have. So I would like some more, not least for when I get kids one day and stuff. But anyway, yeah, Thomas and the Breakdown Train. Here it is. This is the brand new, by Hornby, Thomas and the Breakdown train set. So as you can see, you get Thomas, the little E2 engine there. Although I know that technically Hornby's model isn't entirely accurate. It's not exactly like the Thomas was. Okay, sorry for the jump cut there. Massive, massive, huge and very, very noisy helicopter has just flown over. So thanks for that. I hate helicopters. In fact, if you look, yep, look, see, I didn't even like Harold. There we go. Anyway, so yeah, the Thomas the Tank is not entirely accurate. It's not exactly like the Thomas from the books and from the animated series. I mean, even if you look at the Thomas there, he's not exactly the same as the Thomas here. But it's the Hornby classic. They've been making it for years, and we've all grown to love him and be used to him and everything. So you also get, obviously, the Breakdown Train, which is this huge crane kind of thing there. I don't know if it's steam powered or electric powered. Well, the model's not either, but in real life I don't know whether it was electric or steam or whatever. And then you get a little wagon on the end as well, I think. So 22 pieces, text in just about every language available in the known galaxy. And then what have we got on the side here? 1 Thomas, 1 Breakdown Train. Look, see a little wagon as well. Controller, your adapter, or transformer, not that it turns into anything. A little buffer start points, some sidings, some straight bits, some curvy bits, and a really little curvy bit. And of course you get the track mat as well. So I will be setting up on the track mat. I'm not going to show you me doing it or anything because I've done that in other videos. Oops, not the camera there. But yeah, so it's quite a big box, quite heavy. Let's open it up and see what's inside. Okay, so there we go. That's what you get in the box. So this is your pack of gumph, and remember, that's a technical term. I'll just quickly show you what we get inside this. It's nothing exciting, and we've all seen it before. So that's little something about how the crane works, and about how you have to put in these little screws. We'll come back to that later. This is instructions by the looks of it. Yes. Instructions on Thomas's motor, because the motor inside Thomas is a Type M motor. So it's just how to look after it, how to maintain it, how to repair it, how to oil it. A little thing about how to stay off the real tracks, very important. Don't play on the real tracks. No, 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 no. Only the toy ones. The Collector Club by Hornby. Okay, well, yeah, if you want to join it, that logo doesn't look too bad. It's pretty basic, but yes, you can join the club. I think you get discount on their online store. You get discount in Model Zone and stuff like that. So it's not terrible. Oh, what's this? 2012 product range. Oh, I see. Yes, yes. Okay. Yeah, it's one of these big open up type poster things. Basically just showcasing all the stuff that's coming out, and when it does finally come out. And then this is really nice actually. This is really good, because this is obviously, you know, a starter set for many, many people. This is going to be their first experience of a model railway or something. This is what we're going to open on Christmas Day, and you get inside this really nice owner's manual, which shows you, which is bizarrely upside down. There we go, that's better. So it shows you how to make, you know, basic baseboards with the wooden framing and the big sheet of MDF or whatever on top, and then how to wire it up and how to end up with a pretty nice but basic layout. So that's really good. I like that. And then some instructions on the controller. Okay, and then a warranty registration card, and there we go. There's the big track mat. Okay, well I'll set that up in a second, okay, because I'm going to have a look at what's inside the box first. So I think without further ado, we've got to look at Thomas. And as you can see, he's just down here, tucked away in the corner. I'm going to poke a finger through the hole at the back and just gently lift him out like that. Take off this paper, shredded already, and there's Thomas. Oh yes, look at him, look at Thomas. Now this is a new Thomas, and you're thinking, what do you mean? What do you mean new Thomas? Well, I do have an old Thomas. Hang on one second. Okay, I'm back. So here is old Thomas, and there's new Thomas. Now, there's not much difference between them. Although, hang on, look at the face. Look at the difference in the face. Wow. This is a Thomas from the 80s, and this is a Thomas from the, well, from the now, from 2012 or the noughties, 2000 and whatever it was when they did this Thomas. Sideways on, the number 1 is more prominent on the 80s Thomas. There's not masses of difference though. It's basically just the face and the number 1, maybe a little bit of buffer detailing. Yeah, there's a slight difference in the buffers, isn't there? There's not much else though. Basically this Thomas, which is from about 1984, 1985 or something, this Thomas is poorly. He doesn't work. We've been trying to get him to work for ages and ages and ages, and he just won't work. There's something wrong with his contacts, you know, the pickups that touch the wheels. It could be just that his motor is basically old and needs replacing, but he only ever runs so far and then stops. He's not very reliable. He's very poorly. So we're still trying to get him fixed so that he can run around and pull a train and stuff. But for now, we've got a brand new Thomas. And there he is. Look at his cheeky face. Oh wow, what is there to say? It's Thomas. The detail is obviously applicable to Thomas. It's not going to be over the top. It's not a Ginty, it's not an E2. It's Thomas. You have got some nice little vacuum tubings though, which is quite good. I don't remember those being on the Thomas of old. The buffers are not sprung, and the couplings are really big, but then they're corner friendly. They're obviously easy to couple up and uncouple, and he will go around really tight bends with those couplers and there won't be a problem. We're not going for realism here, are we? You know, hence the face. But yeah, this is a great looking locomotive. You can't, I mean, it's not like it's a £150 limited edition by Bachmann or something, but it still makes you smile. You can't help but smile when you hold and look at this locomotive. It's probably the most famous locomotive, the most famous train in the whole world. I would bet it is. I really would. So yeah, it's lovely. The paintwork is really nice. You've got the red stripes there going across his blue paint. You've got a nice big number 1. And you've got little steps there as well for the cab. That's where the coal should be. And there's even a little bit of coal in the back. Some lamp hooks. Yeah, it's great. I'm pretty sure that the safety valves are behind there, and that his whistles are just down there at the back. Beep, beep. So, yeah, there's Thomas. Fantastic. Love him to bits. Let's get out some of the things that he pulls. I think this is what the crane rests on. Yes, it is. Wow, this looks scary. Okay, the wheels are very basic. They're not even metal. They are plastic wheels, so very, very basic wheels. But, you know, I mean, to keep the costs down, I suppose, and to make it safe for kids and stuff, it's fine. You can get a premium breakdown train, by the way. I should point out you can get a much better, much more expensive breakdown train, but obviously it costs a bit more. So yeah, this is part of the breakdown train, and this is what I'm pretty sure the crane rests on. So I'll put that to one side, I'll put it over there, and then get this out. Ooh. This is the little wagon. Now, I don't ever remember this from the animated series, but you get a nice little wagon with it as well. You can pull it along, or you can fill it with some coal maybe, and then just tip it over and make it crash on the track, and then the crane has to come along and pick it up or something. That's quite a good idea. So let's put that to one side as well. And then this is the crane itself, I think. So actually, I'm going to have to put all of this to one side and get this out really carefully. Okay, and we're back. Oof, that was not easy. Seriously, that was really hard to get out actually. That was wedged in there really tight, and I was really scared of breaking something. But if you just, you know, carefully get a finger down the top there and just really gently ease it out, and then get a finger down the side here, and you know, if you just ever so gently just push from side to side to side, you will get it out eventually. So here we are. This is the breakdown train. Well, the crane, look at that. So it's got couplers, it's got wheels, as we can see, quite a lot of wheels. I don't know how, oh well, they're sliding axles, and they look metal as well. Are they? No, I think they're plastic. I think they're plastic wheels, but they are sliding axles, so you should be able to deal with some corners without too much problem. And you can see all the rope there, all the string, all the rope, all the chains that that control these massive hooks on the end. Now, I'm not too sure why there are two. I suppose one basically goes on the front of the wagon or the locomotive, and the other goes somewhere else, so that there's two to lift up the locomotive or the wagon or the coach, whatever it is you're lifting up. But what's quite interesting is that over here, still in the box, obviously yes, you get a little buffer, but you also get one of these, well, you get two, I think. Yes, you get two. You get two little windy type, knob type handle things, and basically I've got to find out where they go. Okay, and we're back. And remember that tiny little piece of paper I showed you right at the very start of the video? Yeah, that's the little bit of paper we need. That shows you exactly where they are to go and what they do, as you can see just there. So I'm going to fit those to the crane now and then see just how it works. Okay, I'm back, and here's the crane, which is part of Thomas's breakdown train, and I have put the little control knob type lever things in. They're windy knobs, aren't they? Look at that. So if I just, there we go, look at that. Look how awesome that is. Wow. Oh yes, and I guess this one controls the hooks then, maybe? Yes, it does. Look at that lowering there. And if I turn it the other way, back up it goes. So I don't think you can control this one. No, you can't control the one at the end, but you can control this one here. Interesting. So yes, that's his breakdown train. And it's got the little windy knob things in, so it's performing, it's doing its job, everything's fine. I'll put that to one side and see what else we've got. Okay, so that's the buffer stop, which we can see there. This is your power adapter, that's the controller, and then that's the track. So what I'm going to do now, to save some time, because you're dying to see it, I'm sure, is push everything to one side, set up the track map, put the track on, get it plugged in, and then let Thomas do his thing. Okay, we're nearly done. Just a couple more pieces left to fit. These are usually the hardest, but a good bit of gentle persuasion usually helps. And one more. Just wiggle it in, and then do the same with this. Just gently wiggle it in. There we go. Don't worry about the track mat. It will flatten out the older it gets. It's only bumpy because it's brand new at the moment. It's like a giant folded up poster, I suppose. But you don't even need it, to be honest. You can take out the track mat if you don't want. It's just there as a guide, isn't it? And to make it look a bit more interesting. Okay, so next we need to plug in the power. Okay, so these are your little power points here. So you grab your controller, just put that over to one side, grab this cable here. Now it doesn't matter if it goes in upside down or that way, it doesn't make any difference. It just changes whether the locomotive goes that way or that way, so it doesn't really matter. And you can always swap it over again afterwards if you don't like it. But I'm going to put it in that way, just like that. So you just hold those two down, slot it in, job's a good one. Next we need to plug in the adapter to the little socket there on the controller. So that's the bit that goes in the wall, just put that to one side. This is what you're after. Get out of the way. And then easy does it. Perfect. Okay, so all that's left is to just plug it in at the wall and switch it on. Give it some juice. Okay, well what I'm going to do first, now that the track has got power, is I'm going to set up Thomas's breakdown train just in this siding here, and then Thomas is going to have to come and fetch it. How about that? I think that's a good idea. So I'm going to put on this little blue wagon first, just like it shows on the photo. And then it's the actual crane itself. Now this is really heavy. Oops. Fail. There we go. Yeah, this is really heavy, and it's got lots of wheels as well. So, well, no, it seems okay. There we go. Yep, that's coupled up. And then this is what the crane rests on. So just gently ease this onto the track as well, like that. Make sure it's all coupled up for him. Although he could do that himself, obviously. He is quite happy to come along and bash wagons all over the place to make them couple up. So I'm just going to turn this top one here. Now you have to be careful with these because they do come out really easily. So I would recommend maybe gluing them in or putting a little bit of tacky wax or blue tack on the end and then ramming it in there, and it should stay in. Because otherwise you might lose them. So I'm just warning you now. Okay, there we go. Look at that. Oh, it just looks so ace. Even though it's dead basic, it's, you know, it's railroad range. It's really basic, but it does look really good. So I think we'll get a few close-up shots of that and then get Thomas to come and pick it up. Okay, so there's his breakdown train, all ready and in his siding, waiting for him to come and get it and then run it around his little test layout here. So I'm going to go get Thomas now. Back in a bit. Right, it's time to put Thomas on the track and give him a little bit of a test run first. So I'm just going to plonk him down there. Just check he's on properly. Yep, I think he is. Check that the points over in that corner are set, and they are, so he should be able to go safely all the way around without any derailments or any crashes and not need his own breakdown train. It doesn't really matter what direction to pick at the moment. Let's just see. Oh, he's going that way. That's fine, that's the way we want him to go. Right, so give him some juice and get him going. Ooh, he's a bit rough. Go on, you can do it. Go on, go on, go on. Yeah, he's going. Oh, he's getting smoother already. See, this is the first time he's ran, so he's going to be a little bit rough. We all are. When we first wake up and we've not done anything yet, we all are a bit rough, aren't we? A bit tight and creaky. Yeah, he's doing great. Okay, so I'm going to just stop him and then pick the opposite direction. Flip this point over here and he can go fetch his breakdown train. So I'm going to be really, really careful, obviously, not to smash it into the buffers. Oh, there we go. That'll do. And let's take that breakdown train out of the sidings then. Yeah, come on, you can do it, you can do it. Yeah, there we go. Oh, nice big strong engine. Well, it's not that heavy, but oh yeah, look, he's doing brilliantly. And here he comes. Beep beep. Excellent. Oh, just look at that. That's brilliant. Ready to go and rescue somebody. Probably James. It was usually James. James was usually the one that ended up covered in tar or crashed off the tracks. But I haven't got James yet. Well, not yet. Oh no, what's happened to Percy? Thankfully Thomas is here to save the day. Hours of fun.